Okay. Is it working? Is it working? It seems it's, yeah, 10 seconds in. Okay. Well, this is my first trial ever at both that OBS live screen type of thing here that allows me to share my screen and doing a live stream on YouTube. So the odds of both working is interesting. We'll see. Anyway, if any of you will be joining live or not is not really what matters. And today I'm gonna try and show you anyway, for now or later, a little bit of the use I've been doing of MidJourney. So MidJourney does cost a little bit of money, not much, and you can try it for free, I believe, but anyway, it's kind of worth it, I've been trying to use it to, well, it's an amazing tool for inspiration on many levels. So, for example, the last one I tried here was, where is it? Just above here. Banksy style logo custom Gurvan. Okay. So it never works really well with text. It always does something odd with text. But in terms of Banksy style, that's pretty bang on. It's pretty good. And this is just the first one here. So I want to show you how I've been slowly trying to refine some of them, and it doesn't work every time, of course. And you know, I've been coming back today to some that I did a week ago with new ideas, just like this one. This one, well, I just started using some different parameters. So here I've started to use those dot, which gives priority of some terms over some others. So this one is a good example too, where, oh, can I just do fantastic finish? Well, yeah. And then here, Shepherd Ferry style logo instead of Banksy, and same, it's pretty bang on. Like in terms of the aesthetic, it's pretty amazing. Same, it does not get Gurvan right, but that's okay. Again, not only this is just a first trial, but of course it's, if you're gonna use any of this, it's to inspire yourself. So either, if it was me, I'd probably redraw the whole thing, but also I'd probably start by correcting symmetry and by taking an aspect from here and over there, and then remixing and using Photoshop and Illustrator to redo my thing. So something that is funny with the remix, I rarely have good results. So here I did the remix of this guy, the V3, 1, 2, 3. I should do the V4. V4 is amazing. Yes. And yes, the remix of this one did not turn out. So the text is worse. The face is definitely barely a face. So I don't know what's going on. So I upscaled those ones because they were gorgeous. Here I went Shepherd Ferry style, but I added brass, wood, leather textures. And this I love, because I could see myself do some woodwork like that at some point. With the laser or the CNC to make some really nice logo like this. So it's really nice. And you know, I barely scratched the surface here. So, you know, some of them you can spend hours, of course, just playing with the terms, and then there's so many. So this is a command here, hub beta, and there's tons of commands that you can play with. So we'll try some. All right, so this one not too great, not too great. You know, here of course this one has potentially the face is okay, but you know, there's aspect of that design that can be nice. So it's easy to take just that zone here, make it symmetrical, obviously. And then, for example, I kind of like this too. So I'll just take that, take the face from here, put it there, boom, 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 and of course, if I was to redo anyway, for especially for the laser, I will redraw it with my tablet by hand, and then turn that into a clean vector, and that's my workflow. But so let's see if I can get closer to this one. I really like those, and this is for a project in New Zealand that I'd love to go back to. Pop. Acorn shaped house. So acorn house. I mean, atop an oak tree. Fantastic. And if I, what's his name? Miyosaki. Saki? Or is it Saki? Miyosaki. Style. I believe that's Miyosaki. Zaki? Miyosaki. That's Totoro. Studio Ghibli. Miyazaki. Oh là là. Oh là là. Honte à moi. Boom. Imagine. Hello Kitty. Mia. Whoop. Zaki. Miyazaki. Oop. And paint. I mean, I love digital art like that. It's wow. It's really nice. So of course those are pretty fantastical. After all, that's what I've put in the prompt. So I need to find a way to make that a little bit more realistic. So basically I have a friend who pruned an oak tree for 20 years, and it's in a great shape of a hand, like cradle, like those. So I'm getting closer at least at that. And I got to sleep on a tent that was there, on the floor they built, and so it was pretty basic. But while I was staying there, I drew a couple designs for what type of treehouse to build on that, and to me it was obvious that it should be built an acorn-shaped treehouse in that beautiful oak tree. I mean, this friend Steve is pretty serious. They built 25 years ago a boot-shaped house, 2-story tall, and that have been renting on Airbnb for 20 years, and it's one of those big highlights in New Zealand. So they know what they're doing, and they'd be down to do something really funky like that. And eventually, if I go back to New Zealand, I'll definitely work on this. So it'd be awesome to find inspiration from here also, and try to mash those ideas. So here we're still obviously way crazy. So I am gonna need to change my parameters for Ekiri. Hello. He hears me talk I rarely talk like this by myself in a tiny house. He was like, what are you doing, human? Are you talking to me? Treehouse. Okay, maybe hyper realistic photo. Yeah. I see you. Yeah. This is the routine. Oh, oh, you want to play? Oh, yes. With sharp claws. His dangerous claws. Alright. So those ones are, I mean, they are super cute now, but yeah, it's a little bit too exuberant. Let's see. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, 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 dum. This one. Okay. While it's loading, so here some crests I was looking at, because that's something I really love to do, woodworking, and do some fine woodwork, some fine carvings like this. That'd be so cool. I love like to be able to design custom family crests or shields for people and make them, you know, beautiful piece for above the chimney or, you know, something like that. So some pretty outlandish stuff out there. I really liked, I did a series here with, I was looking at trying to do futuristic TP designs. So those ones are pretty out there, but there's some of them that, wow, that I really loved. So all of those pictures are potential rabbit holes to go back down into, because some of them you can just remaster, upscale, make variations. Like I said earlier, the variations, they tend to poop a little bit, but you can copy the prompt here, and then not only add or remove words, but also play with different sorts of settings and options. And also like here, so what you can do when you, so like here, you can get the seed, the number of this picture, for example, and you can inject at the end that seed to make sure that basically you copy the same prompt and you just do one or two different things and the seed, and that way it's gonna keep the same aesthetic, because even if you copy the same prompt, it might give you a different result. So if you're trying to go down a rabbit hole in the same aesthetic and just change one thing at a time, that's how you need to do. So when you do that, for example, you've got a result here, and you don't know what you're looking for it. You gotta go to add reaction, click to the envelope, it's gonna add the envelope, and it sends you this message, and you've got the seed here. I know it's weird. I'm still figuring out Discord. It's such a weird software. Yeah. So yeah, there's some weird stuff in there. Oh, the TPs. TP. Those guys, look at that. Look at that. I love to be able to play with. I mean, like, you'll see many of those concepts of futuristic looking things, so they look like, I don't know, metal or carbon composite panels. Not something that's too easy to do with woodworking, and you know, that's long lasting for the elements like this, especially when plants grow on it. But gosh, would I love to build this kind of, look at this. Like, if you were to be able to build something like that, that's like 2 or 3 story tall, oh my gosh, that'd be beautiful. And so I've got all sorts of weird, you know, things like this. So beautiful rabbit hole. Meow. Yes, kitty. And so this one, really cool. Again, way too outlandish here to be useful. This, I'd be okay for the aesthetic if I can keep something-ish like this, as long as I can have my acorn on top. But I'm far from it here, so let's see. I'm gonna copy this again, imagine. Boop. Acorn house at top. Okay. I mean, the oak never. Da, 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 da. Acorn. Let's see. We're gonna remove the house. Gonna put oak. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, Pépère? Hyper réalistique. Yeah. Can't change too many things at once, otherwise it's hard to. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, Kitty? I know. Your time? Oh, mama. Ah. Yeah. And drum rolls. Okay, so the live thing seemed to be working. Part of it. Let's see. This thing seemed to work too. Yeah, I'm curious to see sound-wise and whatnot. Ooh, finally some oak. Oh, look at this thing. Oh la 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 la. Oh, I love this. I mean, this is gaining somewhere. Those ones, I don't know where they went, but good lord, I love the aesthetic. The lighting is, I don't even know what that is, but that's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is really cool, and this too. I mean, wow, it's a new type of acorn. That's so gorgeous. So this is more like it. This is really interesting. I mean, we won't be able to. I mean, that oak tree is pretty interesting over there. 20 years of pruning did a lot. So this is actually, we're really getting there. It's amazing how. Okay, so I'll do a variation here, as is, and an upscale. But I will also try. Imagine. Whoop. Imagine. Boop. I know, kitty. That's but he's gonna. That's when he starts breaking things. That little prick. And what else? Lush moss. Because it's always nice to have some moss. Boop, boop. And let's see, I'm on V4 now, so. Boop, boop, boop. No. Let's go. I mean, if you care, if you do use it, you can type also settings here. Right now I'm using V4, which does not allow me to do background. So right now that's why they're all squares. So there's different versions here. And those guys, the test photo. So those are also things to play with. They give also radical different results. And so those two lines are, well, you see, you've got a few different things. Whoa, la la. Okay, that's kitty crazy time right now. Ooh, nice. Oh. We're still pretty far out. Pretty far out. Yeah. Beautiful. What a world. What a world. Damn. I want to get something closer to real life. How can I do that? Imagine. What do I do here? Acorn, oak, treehouse, lush moss. Okay. Hyper realistic photograph. I want to say real life, but that's redundant. Life. Life for real. I don't know. Volumetric light does good. I'm gonna use Unreal Engine. That's another. I don't know many prompts yet. There's also many tricks I do not know yet. Boom, boom, boom. And I can change those numbers too. I haven't played with that. But look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Far out. Not gonna use it too soon, but I really like this one though. Yeah, what's tricky for me is to be able to make the inputs that will turn into something usable in real life in terms of carpentry. Of course, you can do some funky stuff in carpentry, which is what I'm trying to do here with the acorn tree house. But, to some extent. So, acorn treehouse. Maybe the oak part doesn't matter too much. An acorn should be from oak, I guess. Imagine. And pop. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this. Dash. Well, yeah. I put life and I have realistic and I put real and unreal. Unreal Engine is just it's a 3D processor, so it's just supposed to give a different style. And let's see this. Yeah, I'm gonna test just the chat here. Boop. Okay, and just gonna scroll while it's charging. Show you a couple things that has been done. So you see here I had AR aspect ratio 69, but I was on V3. V3 is nice also. It's a different look. And V4 right now I can't get the the aspect ratio like this. Wow. Pew pew pew. This one's cool. It'd be so cool to do a green roof of the sort. I really like here. That's really nice. Above the windows you've got those, so those make sense. That's what's fascinating, is it's to be able to look at what's as crazy as it is, makes sense, and to be able to take those elements and hopefully compile something that still it looks fantastical, but can be done in real life and be practical. Did I say that twice? Like here, it's amazing. Like the stairs are functional because sometimes you often have weird stairs that don't work. Doors that seem functional. So even here, the balcony around is a great idea. Even here, the siding kind of looks cool. It kind of looks almost like a, it's not logged, but kind of branches. Well, yes, kind of the same thing, but a little more supple. Like I don't know. It's a look. A really nice door here also. Okay. So I'm gonna show you if you want to move settings. If I want to have those guys in as a background, I'm gonna move to version 3, stylize, base quality, stylize. This here, I believe. And so I'm gonna repeat this. Oh, my cat is doing things. Imagine this, and then I put aspect ratio 69. So it tells me you can't do this because of this here. I'm between. Oh, so the style needs to be high. Not very high. So yeah. Okay. Oh. AR69. Ah, crap. Imagine. Oh. AR69. You can do it. So yeah, sometimes you can put that prompt just in the back, but I found that when I'm using V4, that when I select it here in the settings, I can't just put V3 AR because it's gonna put error of invalid parameter, and when it does, it says, well, in that case, it's because the stylized needs to be higher. But it's because AR is not accepted in V4. It's only square. More. So we'll see the result knowing that that's the same input as this, only with the aspect ratio it's different. I did move the style but put it back to very high, so the style did not change. So the only thing that changed was to go from version 4 to version 3 and aspect ratio. And you see how the two engine or the two versions are quite different. Boop. So this is what we have from the version 3. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that weird how different that is? You see? When you have this, let's see. If I take all this, and can I boot back to V4? Imagine, boom, but instead in V4, pretty sure I'm gonna have an error. Yeah, I can't have this aspect ratio. So, boop, and imagine. Hey kitty. Come on, play with my. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna. Yeah, starting to chew the cables as it does. Pum. Is it gonna do? It's gonna do it. Cool. So that's gonna be a better example because here we've got a style that might have changed. And now it's still V3. Damn. Bon. So if I want to get back to V4, kitty. V4. Oh, this. Ah, yes, that would be the reason. So I need to remove this guy and this one. Hup. Oh, damn. Yes, well, this will happen a few times. My cat's really staring at me like looking at me weird. He never heard me talk so much by myself. Well, that's different. I don't know where the acorn is. Treehouse. Oof. Okay, I'm not a big fan of V3. And I wonder if it's the stylize also just redoes something. Because you'll see once you change that number, things also change drastically. We'll do that next. Boom. So, okay. Great example. Now we clearly see. Oh, goodness. So the only difference is this one is V3 and this one is V4. That's the only difference. So now I don't need to put the beta because it's doing it. But here I can put 60,000. Yeah. Max it. Bam. Oh, okay. So on this one it's 1,000. Oh, you see what I mean? Oh, damn. Gotta put that image in every time. Who came up with that thing? What a weird thing. It's such a weird thing that it's a chat. And it's like private message. And it's some kind of a software. It's so weird. Such a... Yeah. Software things is going a different route. Ooh, my gosh. That's really nice. I like how you see the soffit here. So there's some, aspects. And good luck reaching here, but your balcony. That's good. Dum. Aha. Okay, so this is with style 750 and here is with style 1000. Not a massive difference. And now we'll go the other way. But, oh, I really like this. That's super cool actually. That's a really, covering a balcony like this to have a roof to do almost like a stem here. Oh, cute those windows in here. Oh, here. Wow, I like that wood. See. Ah, cool. The shape here overall is really good. And the integration here of the tree makes sense. And it's just everything. The setup, the lighting. What a beautiful thing. You'd want to see those things in real life. That's right. And so yeah, I'll do the opposite. So instead, I'll go with style at 7. Imagine. Boom. I'll do style 7. Bam. And we'll see how it reacts there. Okay, how long? 35 minutes. Well, I did not plan this really well, so I apologize if I'm a little slow and boring here. But at least you see it as it goes. And I realize my computer is so loud. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So this is style 1000 in style 7 here. And that's interesting because I get much more of a treehouse all of a sudden. Like this is a cool aesthetic. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to here. An actual trunk, like an actual tree, and my friend's tree has that shape, like this, and the deck is exactly like there. So that'd be great if I can get to that here. So I will upscale it and redo a version here. So we'll do the acorn. We'll go with 3. We'll go with 5. The lush moss is not really. Yeah. It's a bit late right now, so I'm not thinking right either. I'm sure there's tons of really cool things I could do and ask. It's interesting. So it's V4, but there's something about the style that you see. It's much more grainy here. It looks here much more like a watercolor. It's not grainy, it's noisy. And so this one, I changed the priorities and I put shelter. Aha. Aha, aha. This is more like it. Pretty tall here. So again, if you're joining me here, what I'm trying to do is to get. I have a friend who's got a oak tree that he pruned for 20 years. That's got kind of a shape like this. So you're a bit closer to the ground, or it looks like it. And we would love to build a acorn-shaped treehouse in there. Something that I already drew. That I have different concepts that I drew by hand with my own brain. But here I love to be able to get the oracle here to help me out. So I'm gonna change again the style, and I'm gonna go for 450 this time. And the acorn, maybe I should. Yeah, the thing is to get how to word it so that it understands that I want the house to be in the shape of an acorn and not just like having acorn as part of the anything else. And I'm sure there is a function for that to assign acorn to Treehouse, for example. Here are the 5 or priorities. So here it's also kind of maybe unnecessary or to have 2 of the same numbers. Cool. And we'll see how it goes on this one. Boom. Yeah, once you crank up the stylize, it gets so much more fantastical. Really cool. Wow. I love this. That'd be so cool. Imagine having coffee in that room there, on the deck over there, morning coffee over there. Ah, so nice. It's crazy. There's even hey, hi. Yeah, it's funny. It just comes, tap me. Hey, come on, play with me. Cool. All right, so that's a little example of how to go about it, and as you can see, how to navigate to try to get towards a result. I did not get there today yet, but I'll find. It's all about finding those little codes that do make quite a difference. It's not just about the words, it's about all those little details, and as you've seen here, how to use the settings and try again, because it gives quite drastic different result, as you can see. Anyway, this was my first live ever on YouTube. I do some on Instagram on the occasion, or on Facebook sometimes when I build stuff. So, and that's the first time recording my screen. I usually use my GoPro to record myself on the screen. So hopefully that worked. Hopefully that was not too boring. Thanks for watching, and have a good night. Bye bye.